Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Deja Vu. Now we're back with more Radiant Tale. We're going to get Leon's normal ending this time, but like I said last time, I was like, maybe we'll also go and see those other options for Alest and Calivis that are like their bad answers. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell, waste a few minutes? And the best way to do that is just open up this save file that I have, and I was laughing because this is where we started in Leon's route, so it's like, we're always starting here, and I'm not complaining. This is the best! Okay, so we're just gonna, man, I'm just saying, like, fan service in Leon's route is nothing compared to this, okay? That's all that on its own. Okay, so we do this. Because I didn't make a save before those points, so I'm gonna do that. And then we, honestly, to be fair, we might as well... I'm going to choose the right answer because we might as well we don't even need to load our save file. If we're going to do, oh no, there's too much to skip through. I just want to see these other options with them, and then we'll load our save file and then we'll do it. So waste a couple extra minutes. Go into Alest's office, blah, 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 offer to help with work. Say, Alest, is there anything I can help with? Help? Yes, like looking through the papers, for example. You can get a little rest while I take over for a bit. I made the offer, thinking I had to help him in some way, but he gently declined. He's like, how dare you, I wanted you to love me. Though I'm grateful for your concern, any proposals that go directly to me tend to require my judgment. I know you're trustworthy, but some of this information is classified. I can't simply pass them on to you for review. Oh, that should have been obvious, but my thought process was totally skewed because of Ginia, who always foisted his work off onto others. I'm sorry for saying something so thoughtless. No, allow me to reiterate that I'm touched by your concern. I'd be delighted if you helped me in another way. With a smile, he snapped his fingers as an idea occurred to him. You know, I was just thinking I should take a short break. My throat's slightly parched, so can you make some tea for me? Oh yeah, leave it to me! And then I'm gonna guess this is where we go and make tea, and then, yeah, okay. What the fuck are you thinking? We're like ruining it with everybody! We're ruining everything! It's okay. Tradition is important. Well, I think tradition is important, so basing your speech off this script might be the appropriate choice. Oh. I was an outsider to the inner workings of the royal court. Ultimately, I had no right to criticize or advise him on the contents of his speech. At the same time, you never know, because every once in a while, sometimes you make a choice. Like when we had the, Where's Ginia? That was pretty fucking funny. That gave us a pretty fucking hilarious... That was amazing. So you didn't know. I was like, might as well do this, waste a few minutes. You know, see what happens, see if anything funny comes out of it. But it doesn't seem like anything really funny comes out of it, so... It was not a waste of time, though. It was a good use of science. That's the funny part that came out of it, anyway. That being said, I do think you could add your own flair to it, Your Highness. My own flair? You mean, change some of the wording? Yeah, you could follow the general structure, but make it so your voice comes through some more. It doesn't have to be fancy. I think it would give off a wholly different impression, even with some minor tweaks. Feelings as they are. It's tough. Okay, yeah, so that's where it was. Okay. So anyway, that was those. Because after that, that's when we go to do our normal common route save file. And yes, there's technically two different answers. Well, we could do that too. Hold on. We could do this. Wait for it. We could start here. This is our common route save file. And I don't believe with Ginia we chose the other answer. So let's do this. This is where we'd get a route with people. Did we do this with Ginia? Let's find out. Did we do the two options? Wait, which one is the one that we did? Oh dear. Oh no, the blue one's the one that we did. Yeah, because we did wait a sec. Yeah. I told you no! You have your own hand. Two, in fact. Use them! I was well aware that if Ginia wrested away control of the situation, I didn't stand a chance. Thus, I slapped the table to cap off the discussion before scurrying over to take refuge in the chair next to me. Oh, what a shame. It wouldn't hurt you to assist me one more time. We do not offer such services at our establishment, good sir. Kind of sounds like he's asking for something else, not wanting to use his own hands. Jesus. Isn't serving food to your customers part of your job as a waitress? Serving food into your mouth is a different matter. Although, to be fair, any conversation with Ginny is always a bag of laughs, so. Alarm bells were ringing in my mind. Okay, yeah. All right. That was that. Other Ginny option. We might as well just do it all while we're here. I mean, we're not going to do all the other options in every single route, but we might as well do these. So let's do Leon's other option. You know, why not? Let's just see what happens. Again, you know, for funsies. I see. I was completely convinced she was your child. What? You flirt with girls all the time, so I thought you made a move on someone and, you know... Hey, hold on a sec. What kind of impression do you have of me exactly? You can figure that out yourself. Leon wore a wry smile before turning to face me once again. Just to clear up the misunderstanding, Fenrirs are actually famous for being mates for life, okay? Okay, I know that's exactly where I remember that one. Actually, her being like, I figured you got busy with some girl and knocked boots and made kids. And he's like, the hell? That was actually... I feel bad for poor Leon in that respect, but... It would be difficult. I need to be realistic. If I agree to just make everyone happy, it'll only cause problems down the line, right? I took my teacup in hand and cast my gaze down at the liquid's amber surface. To be honest, I think it'll be quite a challenge. Performing means he needs to take out time to practice. But the prince is the central figure of the ceremony, and I believe he has many other important duties that require his time. For that reason, it'd be difficult for him to achieve a level of proficiency that guarantees his success the day of. I understand. I said that to dissuade him as well, but... this time he refuses to concede, declaring that he'll accomplish it despite the odds. He fondly remembers how moved he was on that fateful day, so now he wants to be part of the cast so he can do the same for others. He wants to move people as a cast member. How could I have forgotten? Even Circus endured failure during the first show. Everyone did their own thing, and they didn't even realize that making the audience happy was the most important thing. The prince, on the other hand, knew exactly what it took to be a performer on that stage. His heart's in the right place, so I shouldn't just count him out. I see. I'll make it work somehow. Making my resolve, I nodded firmly at him. Are you certain? If he doesn't have much time to practice, I can just plan a program to work around that. That's the job of the producer. My job. Okay, cool. I just wanted to see that one. Alright, that one was alright. We get to the same end result, but you know. Hey, I mean, again, we're just, like, what do we waste? Like, maybe 10 minutes now? Where are we now? 8 minutes? Cool. We'll waste like 10 minutes doing this. Perfect. It's perfect. In that case, how about rehearsing your speech for the ceremony? I'm certain your people are eagerly awaiting your words. I've already memorized my entire speech. I also made sure to incorporate my own thoughts so I can express my gratitude to everyone. Even if he wanted to help me in some way, I was Ginny's secretary. I couldn't ask him to be an assistant's assistant. There was nothing else for him. I mean, it's not like I can ask you to help with our show. Upon hearing the words that spilled out of my mouth, the prince sucked in a breath. Suddenly, his eyes lit up like twin skies of twinkling stars. Let me help with it. Actually, can I perform on stage like the members of Circus? BC, am I asking too much? Okay, and that's, I know, was one of the things. Okay. That was fun. We saw other things. Now let's go to, and do Leon's actual ending. So, let me go down where it was. We already did, oh wait. Where's Leon? Okay, there we go. We're supposed to say, now it's nothing. I'd met List earlier, and I didn't have a good impression of him, but Leon was List's younger brother. He was the last person I could confide in about this. Especially if List was the someone nostalgic Leon had mentioned ecstatically earlier. Leon's nothing. Let's hurry up. We still have time, but heading there early means more time to bounce ideas around. Wanting to leave as soon as possible, I gave him a small smile and pulled him along by the hand. Why are you lying to me? Huh? Startled, I whipped my head around to look at him. He wore a rare expression of anger. I've known you for years, and this isn't like you. I can tell from your face. Something unpleasant happened, didn't it? Please tell me. You have such a pained look on your face. I can't just ignore it and do nothing. I really can't. I caved to Leon's pressure and decided to open up. Tell you the truth. Okay. So now we get the story. Telling us his brother's sad sob story. I was gonna say sad backstory and sob story, and it was like came out sobs, and it was like, but sad and sob were kind of somehow sad story. Like I don't know, like my brain wasn't working. Anyway, his sad sob backstory. ... Only an exhale that barely qualified as a response escaped my throat. He'd expressed such genuine, earnest feelings to me face to face. I should give him an answer, whether it be a yes or a no, and yet I felt as if I had forgotten how to speak. Leon gently rubbed my shoulder at my silence. And then he's going to be like, I don't need an answer. There's our pretty boy. His hair is so floofy in that. So funny. What you doing, bird? Hi. What you doing? I know, you're probably hungry because we've been up here for a while. I know, you could have gone downstairs, but then you would have screamed at me. We need like maybe 10-15 minutes, and then we'll go downstairs and you can get lots and lots of foodies. I know. Poor birdie, you're probably hungry. You can always go downstairs if you want. You know how to fly down the stairs. You do. I know you know how to fly downstairs. Poor bird. Poor Mr. Neelix. Poor Mr. Neelix. What you doing, buddy? We're not together. You seem to have the wrong idea. He declared everything as if it were a matter of fact, but I shook my head. Leon and I aren't in a romantic relationship. We're not dating. That's all the more reason you should... But... I exhaled after cutting him off, the tension in my cheeks easing. Leon confessed his feelings for me, so I owe him a proper answer. I need to tell him how I genuinely feel. I don't think that has anything to do with being a human or a fae. Okay, now we're gonna fight. I hate the fact that the next choice we have to tell Leon he's heartless. When he was like, I don't need an answer, and it's like, because you're chicken shit. And like, he doesn't want to be rejected and hurt, so we say you're heartless. I hate that. You're heartless. I mean, think about it. You confessed your feelings and got it off your chest. What about me then? You ignored how I would feel after hearing it all and told me to forget about it? That's so dirty. So heartless. I wasn't joking. I felt genuine fury simmering inside me as I spoke, though it was a conflicted sort of anger. By now it was clear. Oh, okay. You're a coward! And then now we kiss and make out, and we're basically together. So. And that's the end. The end, but we have an after chapter, I'm sure. Okay. So here we go. In a long, winding, and bumpy road, Leon and I confessed our feelings for each other, and we could now officially declare we were dating. Though we'd returned with almost no injuries, it seemed we'd worried a lot of people. The moment we got back to our theater, Vilio and Ion gave us an earful. The incident with List had somehow settled down. It was basically the same. However, our days only got busier as we prepared for the big day of the ceremony. We didn't even have a chance to get any private time. Before we knew it, it was the big day. King Begonia's grand opening address kicked things off that morning. Then Prince Calivus' speech, filled with words of gratitude and his warm thoughts for his people, tied things up in the evening. Everyone went wild throughout the ceremony. I couldn't fight a smile as I watched everyone while running around checking on things. Finally, my job was done. Leon and I went to Cheers to hold a mini celebration for what we deemed a successful ceremony. Now then, the ceremony's ended without an incident, so... Thanks for all your hard work. Cheers! Cheers! I took a large gulp of the juice he'd poured for me and let out a lengthy sigh. It wouldn't have been possible without you, Leon. Thank you so much. Oh, it wasn't a big deal. A kiss is more than enough as a thank you gift. Well, okay. Maybe later. By the way, is Cheers closed today? It's a great business opportunity. Most of my staff wanted to join in the festivities, you see. I decided to temporarily close shop. Plus, there are all kinds of stalls in every corner of the city today, so I think there'd be fewer guests than usual. I see. You got a lot on your mind as a shopkeeper, huh? Well, if Cheers is forced to close down under my management, then the guilt I'd feel toward Gramps would crush me. In any case, I was glad Cheers wasn't open. I wanted a breather after everything. Under his ushering, I settled down in a chair and scanned the pub's interior. That reminds me, we were so busy I didn't get to ask. I was wondering, how's List doing? Has he contacted you at all? Yeah, not directly, though. Someone got in touch and told me he's gone back to the Fanfare village. Fanfare village? My family's full of oddballs, so we based ourselves at Cheers to live among humans. But most Fanfares live in our village, far from cities, and we usually keep our distance from other races. List apparently said he wants to stay away from human settlements until he collects his thoughts. I see. So it's kind of sad because in the normal ending, List doesn't get a happy ending either, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't give him the envelope and tell him, go find your girl. I wondered whether that sibling quarrel had created constructive ripples in List's heart. Leon poured juice into a glass as he muttered in a subdued voice. I'll hop by when I have the chance. We've got to catch up. Got a lot to catch up on after all. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be overjoyed. Plus, there's something I want to give him once he's come to terms with everything. Ah, okay, he's going to give him the envelope, just not yet. Kind of like that, you know? Leon took something from deep inside a cabinet, an age-worn envelope. So it's kind of like in the normal ending, we don't get our totally happy, we get like pretty cool. And so he didn't give List the envelope yet, but he'll get it later, you know. The sender's name wasn't written on it. Leon stared at it intently, his gaze sentimental. Is that a letter? What's written on it? Well, you could say it's a form of salvation for List. He didn't seem to plan on explaining any further. After putting it back, he turned around to face me again. By the way, Leon trailed off and stole a careful glance at my expression. Wow. I think it's about time for the stay rule to end. Is that okay? His eyes were bright, brimming with anticipation. Look at his little fucking fangs. His tail, which shouldn't exist in this form, was definitely swishing like mad. Faced with this sight, I spread out my arms with a wry smile. Sure, come here. Leon dove into my embrace, not even stopping to reply. He buried his nose in my chest and let out a sigh of contentment. Ah, Daisy, it's my favorite scent. I'm not going to run away or anything. You can take things a little more slowly. That's impossible. I mean, it's been 2 days. I haven't hugged you for an entire 48 hours. In fact, I was dying to grab you earlier when the closing ceremony began. That is not acceptable, young man. Yes, it is. You promised you wouldn't grab me in public. Just like List had said, the worlds of human and fae were indeed different from each other. There must have been rifts between Leon and I due to our races, too. Rifts that couldn't be easily conquered with love alone. But I'd braced myself for such challenges, and the first obstacle had appeared right away. Who would have thought it'd be Leon's clinginess of all things? But I kind of like it. I didn't know whether it was a Fenrir thing or a Leon thing. But he'd been sticking to me like glue, as if looking for an outlet for all his pent-up emotions. A little bit of both. It was fine when we had privacy, but when we were in Lieber, Cheers, or in front of family, friends, or acquaintances, so like all the time. In any case, Leon diving at me anywhere and everywhere without restraint was rather embarrassing. Because of that, we'd establish a new rule. Stay. Banning me from kissing you and hugging you in front of others is downright torture. If I don't, you're gonna smooch me no matter where we are, aren't you? I still remember how you nearly kissed me inside the castle throne room. You nearly gave me a heart attack. You know, here's the thing. Like, I know, okay, there's some rules, there's some limits to PDA, but you know, somebody being affectionate with you and like hugging you or arm around you or like a little kiss on the cheek, like little bits of affection, like that's okay. It's the you don't want the like basically dry humping you in person with slobbering tongues and like that's too much. But like, you know, this goes back to the hand holding is lewd and perverted in Japan. And all of our Japanese media. They're holding hands, the degenerates. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, no, I mean, but like hugging and a little bit of affection, it's like that's cute and sweet, you know? Like, aw. He's probably gonna do a little. We need to teach him to tone it down, I'm sure, but hey, we're a couple with the recognition of the king himself, and reflect on your actions, you hear me? Aww. I had to be honest, whenever I saw Leon all restless, fighting his desire to cling to me, I sometimes had the urge to cave in. However, when it came to discipline, the first stage was pivotal. We're definitely disciplining a dog here. It'd be bad if his habits started affecting our work, so I'd hardened my resolve. Since then, I've been ignoring his pleading eyes. Okay, I'll keep myself in check. His little mad face. He's so cute. But to make up for that, I'll spoil you rotten when I've got you all to myself during times like these. Yeah. Are we really lovers? If I had to describe us, I'd say I felt more like I'd gained a big dog as a pet. I mean, yes, you did. Pat me. Get my head in my tummy, please. Our relationship seemed just a little off from the normal one I'd imagine between lovers. I mean, especially when he's like, pat my head on my tummy. I mean, he does have a wolf form, so... Oh well. Leon seemed pretty content, though, so I suppose it wasn't anything bad. Okay, I think that's enough. What? Just a bit more? Give me seconds? Seconds, please! No can do. I've been going home so late at night recently that Rady gave me a curfew. Oh... While a cry of despair echoed within the pub interior, I gazed at the night sky outside the windows. These peaceful times would likely go on for a good while. I was very sure of that. See, like, that seemed to have a normal resolution, a normal ending without the, like, it never will go on for that. As I tried to leave, and then blah, 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 and then our peaceful days would continue. You know, I loved him so much. And then we're all of a sudden, you're like, that was like 6 endings all put together, you know? Yeah, okay. Gallery! We don't have anything new to look at. We don't actually have anything new to look at in the others, do we? No, okay. But, like, so... We have our adorable, like, peering into our face while we're sleeping. We have our adorable kissy CG. Or we kind of have this one. I kind of like this one. It's not quite the kiss, but, like... You know, oh, well, I mean, he's a little beat up, but the kiss scene is kind of pretty. Okay, we'll go with the kiss scene. You know, we'll give you the kiss scene. We did the kiss scene as Ginny's first one, and then we did the shirtless one, because, like, that needed its own thing. But anyway, we had fun. It will be one day for you till we start whoever's route. I don't remember the original order we did. Maybe I'll look it up, maybe I won't. Bird, you bit me, and that's not nice. You're an asshole. I don't like you right now. I love you, but I don't like your attitude. When I say I don't like you, I mean your attitude. I always love you, but I don't like your attitude. Are you hungry? You want me to chuck you downstairs? Give me 5 minutes. Not even. I need like 2 minutes. Okay, stop. Don't be a dick. I know, but you didn't have to stay with me. You're being a jerk. Anyway, so it'll be a day for you. It'll be like a week or more for me to record to get to the next part. I know I said that after the Calivus ending and like doing, but I did this before my vacation. I do not have time to start anyone else's route and finish it. I definitely don't. This was pushing it. So, but I probably will do another one just because we're behind on this one. So, I can let all these sit and simmer in my brain, and then we'll do like the next one or whatever. I have a feeling they're all going to be relatively short. I don't know if they're still also like a couple of hours like this, or if they're a little bit longer. I think they're all roughly this length from what I understand, or maybe that's just my assumption. I don't know. So And again, I don't remember. Did we do Ion and Pashalia and then Zephora? Did we? I don't remember the order we did those three. So we might just pick a random one. I know we did. Actually, I don't remember. Was Rady before Vilio? They said Vilio to be last. So, because it seems more like a grand finale kind of ending. And he was poster boy. So, yeah. But we can do any of them in any order. So we'll see how we feel, you know? Um, I usually, when we do fan discs, I do it in the order we played the original routes, but like, whatever! Whatever at this point, I'm gonna do whoever I feel like it. Whatever I'm feeling at the moment. When I come back and I pick it up and I'm like, we're gonna do this one, So that'll be it. Anyway, so yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.